Hey guys, it's Misty. I wanted to show you this gauge ruler that I got from Amazon. I haven't opened it yet, but I was really impressed with it online. So let's take a look. This is by Chiagoo. So they are an American company. Their items are made in the U.S. and I think they are in Michigan, or that's where their company originated at anyway. This came from Amazon, as I said, and it cost the most of the ones that I have. This one cost $13 and some odd cents, I think like $13.22. I just wanted to give you some comparisons of what prices are out there. Clover has one here, and this is their swatch ruler and needle gauge. It's on sale right now for $9.64. Their regular $12.99. So the thing that got me about this one is all that wide space that is basically unused. I mean, you can measure your gauge on there. You can check your hook size. But it's basically this large square that you can check your sizing on. Then the rest of it's just sort of wasted space. It wasn't that much cheaper than the $13 that I paid for the Chiagoo. And the Chiagoo, to me, had more to it than that. Another one that they have on Amazon is this Susan Bates one called the Knit Check. Now, it's cheap. It's like $3.61. And it has, you can do like a 2-inch gauge. It doesn't have the wasted space. And so it's relatively small, and comparatively to the Clover one that's $9.64 right now, I only wanted the gauge measuring tool. I would probably go ahead and get this Susan Bates one just because it takes up less space. You can judge as much from a 2-inch swatch or a 2-inch gauge in most cases as you can from, like a 5.5 inch you might get, or the 5-inch that you might get with the Clover. So, cheaper's cheaper. And then also there's one that is at Michael's. That's the Boyd. The problem with that is that you have to actually get the, there's a knit kit. I taught myself to knit kit, and the kit itself is $12.99. And then I actually have that one here out of the kit, and it's just plastic, and it does it does what it's supposed to do. You can do a 2-inch gauge, and it's got the sizing here. There's nothing on the back but this, which I find really annoying. There was a sticker on there or some tape where it was held in the packaging, and so now I need to take some Goo Gone or something to it because I live with pets, and this came out of the little case, and now it's carrying around my black lab everywhere it goes because it had residue on it, and I really don't like that. So, but like I said, I could use some Goo Gone. It's not that big of a deal. I've got a 2-inch gauge right here, and I've got 6 inches of measuring here that I can use. So, again though, but between this one at Michael's that you got to get the whole kit and pay $12.99 for, and the Susan Bates one that's $3.61, I would go with the Susan Bates. Now, here is the reason that I went with the $13.22 and got this Chiagoo one. For starters, I really like. It's not like it's made of metal or anything, and it's a little bit lighter weight than this Boyd one that I have, but it's not flimsy, and so it'll be perfectly fine in my kit, and it's not so big. It's they're 5.5 inches is this measuring tool. So I like that in that I can measure a 2-inch gauge, or I can do a 4-inch gauge. But here's what I like the best about it. Well, I mean, obviously also it has the crochet. It's got your US number and letter system. And then over here, it's got your millimeter system. where if you're just working off of millimeters, you can still measure your hooks that way. And so it's got a lot of information just in that. But what I really liked about it is that instead of just cutting this piece out and having that big space for nothing, it's got your metric system here for your crochet numbering or your knitting. Here's your knitting needles, and it's got the US, it's got UK and Canadian over here, and here on this side it's got the crochet hook conversion. So it's got the metric, the US, UK and Canada here. I really like that because, you know, sometimes you get crochet hooks that only have the millimeters and you don't know what they match up with, or you might get one that only has like a G8. And you need to know how many millimeters it is. So, and then what I really loved is on both sides. So whether you're using it for knitting or whether you're using it for crochet, on both sides, this goes through a little thing for yarn types. And so it's got your 0 is a lace yarn. It's like a quick reference. So if you're feeling confused or don't know what a fingering or a sock weight or baby weight, here's a sport weight, DK, light worsted, Afghan Aran, chunky, craft rug, bulky roving, jumbo roving, and you've got your jumbo, super bulky, medium, light, fine, super fine, and lace, and all their coinciding numbers. And down here below, it lists these yarns. And it also lists recommended hook sizes for you. Like, let's say that you go to like a discount store or a Goodwill or someplace and you find some yarn, but it doesn't have a label, but you know it's a bulky number 6, or you know, you can come down here and kind of get an idea of what size hooks would be best for that. And also, it gives you an average gauge range that you can go by. And so you can even, if you really don't know whether it's a 5 or a 6 and you feel like you need to know, you could work up a swatch. And if you're within these 8 to 11 stitches or 7 to 9 stitches, you could kind of go by that and see, you know, what you think it might be. So it gives you these little tools that you can use to help identify your yarn, to help know what other names your yarn might be called, as far as a super fine or a sock yarn, a fine yarn or a sport yarn, DK or light, you know, are you doing medium worsted, right? So it kind of, if you get confused on that or you need to know it real quick and you've got this sort of in your bag with you, it's got all this information on it. And I thought that was so much cooler than just wasted space sit on your project while you're measuring your gauge. So that's why I picked this one. I thought it was worth the extra money. Let me know what you think about it. All right? Okay. You have a good one. Until next time. Bye-bye.